there's a human experience in a website, right? And that's going to be a different experience than kind of the agent experience of a website. So being able to understand and bifurcate that, and then have the right tools and services to get you there.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Ad Podcast. I am here with Stephanie Laser, the global subcategory leader for Amazon Web Services inside of the publishing and advertising segment. Stephanie, thanks so much for coming on, chatting with us for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you sit inside of the massive advertising web services organization, and what have you been up to at Cannes this week? What have you been evangelizing?
Sure, absolutely. So, I'm Stephanie Laser. I am on the Media, Entertainment, Games, Advertising, and Sports team at AWS. Yes, big, lengthy name, lots of customers.
Sure.
And I oversee both publishers and advertising from a strategy perspective.
Nice.
I also help to basically make sure that our customers are getting, that we can solve our customers' needs. I look around corners, make sure that we have a strategy to solve kind of like the big overarching business problems that are coming down the pipe. So from a advertising perspective, and what we really focus on in Cannes is we look at it as advertising customers. So think about that like agencies, SSPs, DSPs, any ad platforms that
Anybody
kind of
that plugs into the Amazon advertising ecosystem, or more from helping them with their hosting and that piece of it?
So it is, we help people build advertising businesses. So it is different than Amazon Ads. So Amazon Ads is the advertising business.
Inside of the Amazon ecosystem.
Inside of the Amazon ecosystem, so they help monetize Prime Video and IMDb and Amazon.com. But for us, we're the infrastructure layer that supports that, right? So they're both a customer. They use AWS services.
Nice.
They're also a partner, but we actually, AWS has the depth and breadth of media and entertainment clients, and then also advertising clients. So a lot of competitors to Amazon Ads also run on AWS.
That's awesome. So you guys are basically the pipes behind, and when you talk about media and gaming, like the biggest categories on the internet as far as where the most traffic is.
Correct. And like a lot of SSPs, DSPs, agencies, they all run on AWS and use AWS. So we focus on how to solve things for the industry and how to solve those problems, not just for Amazon, but our customers who use our tools and services at AWS.
So what are the biggest problems and challenges that those groups of advertisers are facing in this year at Cannes, and what types of solutions are you guys bringing to them?
Sure. So, I think many of us are experiencing in the last few years the disruption that AI has caused. That presents for a lot of our customer base both risks and opportunities for them to be able to adopt the technology in a way that's very positive and helps them to accelerate their business. So when you look across the ecosystem, many are starting to use agents and agentic workflows to help them be able to modernize their business and to help them leapfrog competitors, right? Because if you can make your processes tighter, if you can make them less time, if you can make them more efficient, you can actually serve much more customers. So from a sell side perspective, we help customers like Warner Brothers Discovery, which we just talked about this week, who is creating essentially a agentic platform to help them with ad operations. It has agents for measurement, it has agents for media planning, and all of the different things that typically were a very, very manual process.
Things that humans had to do before.
Totally. And that frees your humans up for much higher level thinking.
Go talk to clients, build strategies, have creative conversations.
Totally.
What about on the dev side? I would talk to a lot of tech companies this week that are saying, they're not laying anybody off. They're just shipping 5 to 6 times the code. Allows you to launch products and releases a lot faster.
I mean, that's the accelerator. So we have tons of customers who are allowing more business users and more product users to be like vibe coding things and to be creating POCs, but then they need to actually transition that into enterprise grade code that helps them secure, right?
Button down and
totally. So we actually have built a lot of platforms for our customers that can move things from POC into actually production grade software.
Wow.
We have a service called Agent Core. Agent Core essentially uses all of the different LLMs that we have on Amazon Bedrock, and you are able to use Agent Core to basically build agents. And in building those agents, a lot of it is like managed service, and that means that your security, your governance, all the pieces that are really necessary for enterprise grade software, it kind of does it automatically. So helping our customers to take things and move those innovations, like this is an incredible time.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I had a conversation with another DSP this week that said, we spent most of our career trying to figure out how to eliminate bots from the conversation, like the fact that bots were traditionally looked at as fraud, things you didn't want ad impressions firing in order to, you didn't want to pay for bot traffic, essentially, right? Well, now we're in a new world where agents are, advertisers are advertising to those bots. It's basically ads firing, not to show them like, what you and I would consider an ad, but a signal to an LLM or a bot, and basically saying, I'm relevant to the thing that you're looking for. So now we are actually optimizing for advertising to bots versus getting rid of them. I wonder if you're thinking about that paradigm at all.
Yes, I'm thinking about this in many, many different aspects. I'm a sub-industry leader for two different industries, one being publishing, which creates high quality verified content. It's really important to be able to, for those types of customers to be able to protect their content and to be able to use that opportunity to monetize it. So we've actually released some new services in the last week that help with monitoring the bots that come to your website. It actually helps you to block those bots, and then it helps you to monetize those bots. So creating almost like a paywall,
that's
so that
cool.
Agents can come in and pay for content, right? Now you think about it on the other side with advertisers. Advertisers want you to discover this.
They want to get discovered in order to, for that agent.
Sell goods and services,
exactly.
right? Do their advertising thing, right? And so they really want to make sure that their products are surfaced, that they are thinking through. And so we've moved from this place in which advertisers have heavily relied on search engine optimization, and now when people are looking through a different distribution channel, which is AI, they need to start doing optimizations to make sure that that AI can start to pick up those particular things. And that involves optimization of websites, right? There's a human experience in a website, right? And that's going to be a different experience than kind of the agent experience of a website. So being able to understand and bifurcate that, and then have the right tools and services to get you there. That's important.
I love it. I love that you also touched on that idea of kind of putting your content behind a paywall. For a long time in the industry, you've got a lot of investment in compute, a lot of investment in hardware and chips, a lot of investment in even power, to power LLMs, but not a lot of investment in the content of the World Wide Web in order to train models. So there's been, obviously, deals are getting struck by the largest publishers first, and those things are happening now. But it's pretty awesome. I've heard two conversations this week, and I hadn't heard it before, one with you and one with a newsletter company, talking about how they're building capabilities in order to allow users to say, hey, do I want to flick the switch and let my content be discoverable because I want AI trolling my content at the least possible cost, or do I want it to be something that's proprietary and that people have to pay for? So it sounds like we're building in exchange for the words on the internet, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the way that AI functions, right?
There's
the infrastructure that supports it. There's also the models that's built on, but then underneath that is really the knowledge or the information that feeds into it. And I think what some people have to understand is that a lot of the information ecosystem exists on this verified content, right? So being able to monetize that content is so incredibly important for those companies to be able to continue to have a revenue stream where they employ journalists, all of that kind of
create
stuff
more
like
content,
that. Create more
and
content.
continue to make the models better, because eventually if it's just bots stealing from bots and then writing for bots, it just becomes probably a language we want to be able to understand, right?
It is. If you're training it, it's model collapse. Your models will collapse if they're not trained on high quality information. So we're really excited and proud that WAF has released new features that allow our customers to block and to be able to monetize. And agents can now buy content through CloudFront and WAF.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome innovations. Well, super exciting stuff that you get to work on every day. Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
If folks at home want to learn more or kind of tune into your thought leadership, where do you want to send folks to stay in touch?
Sure. Probably LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's my probably.
That's your jam?
That's my jam, LinkedIn. I tweeted for a while. I was a Twitter person, but I did not maintain it after going to X.
Totally.
And so I think we'll stick to LinkedIn on this one.
I like it. Awesome. Well, thanks for spending some time. Appreciate it.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
On YouTube, finding the right audience to build a media plan requires hours of research. And optimizing campaigns is time-consuming and a bit of a guessing game. That's why we built technology to do it for you. Strike Social.